So to include an excellent table, either I can start typing the excellent table macro, or I can use it from on top. As soon as I type in the macro, it'll bring me to the excellent table edit screen. So over here, I can start editing the excellent table, or if I have a spreadsheet I want to import, I can just click drag and drop, and all my data is in excellent table. I can save and exit, save this document, and it's ready to use. Fairly simple. Let's go back in the edit mode so I can show you more functionality. So over here I have an excellent table with various fields. Let me use the formula first. And you can see it automatically applied that, and I can add number formatting to it. Let me change the background color of this field. My favorite color is blue, so let's go with that. So that's the coloring and other features. Let me go through the menu on top. So we have File, Edit, View, Insert, Format, Data, and Help. Anytime you click on go to Help, you can report a bug and suggest a feature. It will bring you to our service desk, and we are looking for feedback from you so we can quickly incorporate those and release new functionalities. Function list, keyboard shortcuts, and help can bring you to the documentation we have created so far. Format is one of the most widely used submenu. You can pretty much use any kind of formatting. Let me select an area over here and make everything right aligned. Let me select an area over here and make everything center aligned. I can wrap a text. If my text is too long, it'll wrap it in the field. This is a very long text and it needs to be wrapped. When I wrap this, it will conform to whatever my size is, and if I change the width of my column, the text will adjust accordingly. I have formatting where I can put $, and we are getting requests from other parts of the world where people want different currencies to be applied, and we are working on that. We have also received some requests where folks need their local languages, and in a couple of releases we'll also be applying that. I can add or remove decimal places. Can change the font size. And one of my favorite features is applying the table formatting. So I can select an area. I can say insert table format. So the purpose of the table formatting is it'll give me on the header row a drop-down option where I can already apply my filter and save the excellent table. Let me save and exit. And as you can see over here, I have table formatting applied, and I can use it over here. And let's select something, class level. I want blanks. I want to see only freshmen and sophomores. I don't want to see juniors and seniors. And you can see, I can see all the freshmen and sophomores. So this is a pretty small spreadsheet, but I can have thousands and thousands of rows, and when I'm trying to filter it, it will create a smaller list. And when I want to share this with my individuals, as of today, many other spreadsheets don't have that functionality where you say, all right, you have a spreadsheet containing 1,000 rows, but what I want you to look at is row number 45, row number 48, row number this, that. It doesn't solve any purpose. So in that case, we can click on this share button, which is basically share your search. I can type in the name of the people who I want to share the search with. And this will send out an email from Confluence, and the person on the receiving side will receive an email with the link. So when they click on this link, it will bring them to already filtered excellent tables, so they don't have to go and click on filtering again. Let me give it some time for the email to come through. In the meantime, let me show you a couple of other functionalities we also have added. Many times when you create a spreadsheet, sometimes it's smaller and you don't want to see the header ABC and 1, 2, 3. We get that a lot in our usage as well. So the feature we provided is where you can hide rows and columns. And when I save and exit, you will see the header row and the header column is not visible anymore. So this is what the email looks like when the person receives it. It shows the name of the page and also the note which the individual may have typed. And when I clicked on it, you can see the class level is already filtered for me as a user, and I don't have to apply any filter. But if I want to go back to the original excellent table, you can see a filter icon over here with X next to it. When I click on that, I see the excellent table without any filtering applied to it. We also have the export to XLS, X, as well as CSV. We are still working on PDF and the Confluence export. The Confluence export will let you create an export which the user on the other end, if they are using Confluence, they will be able to import Excellentable as it is. So you can have totally disconnected system, but can still be able to talk to each other by doing an export and import. Another benefit it will bring in once we release the versioning functionality, so it can also be versioned at that point. We have a global search on top, which searches through the whole table, regardless of what kind of row it is. If it's a header or footer row, it doesn't discriminate. Let me start typing something over here. Let's say I want to type math, and you can see it filtered out. And after I type math, let me say baseball. Baseball. Let me type female. This global filter can also be shared, same way as the other filters are shared. Some of the other features which you commonly use in any spreadsheet is merge cells, split cells. That works as it is. So if I want to merge few cells, I select the cells and I say merge. That will become a single cell now. I can apply percentage, bold, italic, border color, alignment, vertical alignment, align to bottom, align to center. Insert, I can insert a row anywhere. I can insert a column anywhere, so let me insert a column before E. I insert a new column, let me insert a column after B. That will also insert a column. There is some of the other functionalities which we also added is where you can automatically add a series. So let's say if I have 1, 2, 3, now I want to fill the rest of the table 4, 5, 6 to all the way to whatever number I need. I can select that section. I can expand that, and you can see it automatically starts filling up. At this point, it also gives me option to either copy series or copy cells and other functionalities like those. There is a recent feature we released a few days ago, which is a link. So let me add a link to Anna, let's say. So this becomes a link. And now when the user clicks on it, it'll when the user clicks on it, it takes them to the link you have inserted. A couple of minor things which we have also recently released are the one is the logo display on top. So when you are in Confluence and you are editing an Excellentable, it'll show you the logo of Excellentable on top, which will easily help you navigate to your tab where you have Excellentable being edited. When you are not in the edit mode, you can see it reverts back to the Confluence logo. So it'll help you quickly get to the tab you're working on. Some of the features which we are working in our labs, one of them is versioning. I know everybody wants versioning. We want versioning as well. Sometimes somebody messes up your excellent table. In my case, I mess up my excellent table. To be able to see who did it and be able to revert back to the previous version. That is coming in next 2 weeks. We are testing that out as of today. Another functionality which we are working on is the multi-user edit. Multiple users should be able to edit excellent table at the same time. If you want to try the sandbox, we actually made the sandbox live. It's called excellent-live.firebaseapp.com. If you go to this URL now, you can see me editing one of the cells. There is somebody else present in one of the other cells, which I can see highlighted in red. If any of the viewers go in some cell, we will be able to see. I see another viewer jumping onto cell H6. You can type something in there, and as soon as you switch your cell, you will see it getting populated. This requires a lot of testing, so we won't be releasing it obviously right away, but we are working on it extensively. We also want to piggyback on the Confluence multiple user edit. So we are waiting on Confluence to release that, and hopefully Atlassian will be able to release the multi-user edit before the summit. So summit is right around the corner in October, and we will be able to use some functionality from there. So let's go back to the keynote document where I missed out on anything.
Hi, everyone. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the features that are coming. Subir did mention a lot of them, the main one being versioning, coming live in the next 2 weeks or so. That's going to be a huge, huge feature that a lot of people have been requesting, and we want to get out to you as soon as possible. The REST API feature, which Subir had mentioned to me, is one of the top, behind versioning, one of the top requested features that has been coming towards him. Basically, it stores all of the data, no matter how old the excellent table is, and you're able to recover older excellent tables or maybe edited excellent tables that you might have missed or haven't been able to review.
So the REST API feature, which Jackie was mentioning, was so you may have another third application outside of Excellent Table. Some of our customers, they use Tableau and few applications like that, and they wanted functionality to be able to insert the data in Excellent Table from REST API and also retrieve the data and show in the format they wanted in their own apps. So using the REST API, you can do that. We are working on the documentation as of now. The feature is already there, and it follows all the guidelines required for security. So anybody who has access to change the excellent table or modify it or view it will only be to do it. So the REST API user needs to have access to that excellent table, and they'll be able to do that.
Thanks, Subir. Multiple spreadsheets is also another feature coming. I believe it's going to be able to add multiple spreadsheets onto one Confluence page, but when exporting or when viewing a saved Confluence page, you'll be able to see them as individual spreadsheets. The updated customized right-click menu, so that is actually out right now. What it does is that when you right-click on a column, let's say, or instead of a row, it shows add new column or add column to the left or right. Instead, when you click on a row, it shows add row up or below. So that is something that has been customized and a little bit more user-friendly for the people that have requested that. Graphs and reports are also a big feature that has been requested from the Excellentable users. Right now, you can insert a picture. So if you have a graph that has been exported as a .png or a .jpg, you can add that to an Excellentable, but it's not a live graph or a live report. Coming soon, you'll be able to edit, add, and change any type of graphs or reports that have been created. And there is also a Jira integration feature coming out very soon. Subir can answer any questions that you have regarding that during the Q&A section. And I just wanted to show a few companies that currently use Excellentable. We got big guys out there like the Major League Baseball, Progressive Insurance, Texas Instruments, Time Warner Cable, Salesforce, Coca-Cola, Panasonic, Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, Vonage, and EasyJet as well. These are big guys in the playing field, and we've been able to discuss with them their top features and their least liked features, I guess you can say. And we've been able to edit back and forth Excellentable the way that they have kind of requested. And we're always open to new ideas or feature requests, or maybe even if it's completely out of the box and we can't do it for another year, we want to hear from you guys. We want to know what you would want to see in Excellentable, what would make using Excellentable easier, and everything like that. Subir did touch upon our documentation, which you can find in a live Excellentable. We have a full user guide plus documentation on each formula, just in case you get caught finding you don't know how to use a specific formula. We have all of that documentation ready to go, even migration processes, migrating if you have the old 2 version Excellentable 2, we can help you migrate to Excellentable 3.1 and higher. Everything is there for your needs. And we're going to move over to Q&A now. Let me unmute Subir so that he's all set. And we have the questions open here. Please feel free to type in any questions you may have. And if we can't seem to answer any of them right now for you, we will definitely get back to you on them. Okay, Subir. So the first question we have received is, when is PDF export feature targeted to be released?
PDF export feature we are targeting to release towards the end of the year. It's a little more complicated than we thought, and we thought it's more important for users to get versioning and recovery of a document than being able to export in a PDF. And the second thing, we had few quirks in the Excel export and import, and we are giving that a high priority over PDF export.
Okay. Chrome extension coming soon? Question mark.
Can you elaborate?
Can you elaborate a little bit more on the question? What specifics are you looking for in a Chrome extension for Excellentable?
We'll move on to next.
We'll move on to next question, and we'll come back to this one.
Okay, the next question is, will there be a feature to get notifications for different versions once versioning is live? So basically, I think you're asking is, once versioning is live and people are editing versions, will there be notifications when there's editing of versions?
It will
piggyback on the versioning. So once the versioning goes live, you right away won't be receiving the versioning notifications, but once we solidify that, couple of releases after that, notifications will follow.
No, I can't read this one. I'll go back to that one, but this one is, what is the least version of Confluence Excellentable support? I think you mean latest? Latest version of Confluence Excellentable support.
As of now, we are following the Confluence versioning very aggressively. So anytime Confluence releases a new version, within a week or two, we release the Excellentable support for it. For older version, for 3.1, I believe we are fully compatible with 5.8. 5.8 and above to the latest version of Confluence. Unfortunately, 5.7 doesn't support 3.1 because of some architectural change.
Any plans to support Google Sheets integration for export and import?
Yes, it'll
follow soon. But in the interim, you can always use the Google Export to Excel and import from that Excel. We'll hammer that down to make it 100% seamless, and then we will be implementing the Google integration. But for Google integration, we also need to take care of authentication, OAuth, and a few other things. And we're trying to find a better solution how to do it.
Can you elaborate a little more on Jira integration? Is it allowing Jira issues to be displayed on Excellentable?
So
right now in the Confluence page, you can embed a Jira issue, and anytime this issue changes status, you can see within your Confluence page. And when you click on that, it'll take you to the Jira issue and vice versa. And people have this requirement, and in fact, even I have this requirement where then you should be able to do the same. You should be able to do the same in Excellentable. You want to embed one Jira issue, or you want to create multiple Jira issues from within an Excellentable, you should be able to do it. And the Jira integration will basically help you link back within Jira and also show the statuses.
Like Confluence, is there a future plan to support watching an Excellentable so you can get notifications if there are any modifications to it? So I think this is different than versioning.
Yes.
So once the user modifies an Excellentable, right now user will become a watcher. But since the versioning will not be sending them emails as of today, eventually they will become watchers and be able to do it. And also, even if somebody did not edit, will have a functionality at that point to become a watcher of an Excellentable and receive a notification if it's modified.
2 more questions. Will we be able to put Jira macros into cells that will live update? If so, is there a targeted time frame?
It will live update as the Jira issue changes, as my previous answer. We don't have a time frame as of now. Once we release the versioning and export and import, we will sit down and create our sprints for next 3 months to basically figure out what issues and what functionalities are more important for users, and we'll prioritize according to that.
Is Excellentable supported in Confluence page templates?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. So Excellentable is supported in Confluence page templates. Excellentable is also supported in Blueprints. And Excellentable also will support its own templates. As of today, if you go in an Excellentable, when you click on Create, it'll give you a blueprint option, and you can select that, and you can you should be able to do that in the near future, where you can say, all right, I want to create a timesheet format or invoice format or things like those, and also create your own custom templates which only conform to Excellentable but not to a particular Confluence page. These will be implemented.
Michelle has a very good question. Marketing question to sell to her boss. Why use Excellentable over Excel and/or what is the main selling point to your product?
So why use Excellentable over Excel? So to begin with, when you're using Confluence, you are using Confluence over Word in various scenarios. And when you do that, so you're basically replacing Word to a great degree within your whole organization. But what gets left behind is spreadsheets. And you want the same functionality of spreadsheets where people should be able to version it. No emailing of spreadsheets. Everybody should be able to get the latest and the greatest version of the spreadsheet. And people should be able to obviously live edit the spreadsheet if needed, multiple users editing that. We are in 2016, and I still see many organizations creating a spreadsheet and then sending that, emailing it to people, checking out a spreadsheet, which is also a big no-no. Sometimes people check out a spreadsheet and go on vacation, and they don't even know what the other person was working on. So all these problems are being solved using Excellentable, and I would say that's the biggest selling point.
We have few more questions. This one is about import. Any plans to support Json import?
The one challenge with the JSON import is that it's normally not in a table format. But if your JSON conforms to the Excellentable format, we can support it. There is a hidden functionality which lets you import a JSON, and I would say if you can create a ticket on service desk and enough people request for it, we can make that hidden feature as a open to public.
And why do we have that hidden feature is because we test Excellentable Export and import using Json. And we use that extensively internally. And the one challenge which we saw while doing that is the format is pretty extensive, because in the JSON it needs to carry the information: what is the color of the cell, what is the border of the cell, top border, left border, and so on and so forth. It becomes really overwhelming for a normal user.
Does Excellentable support inline commenting feature of Confluence?
Right now, it doesn't. We have that in our backlog. It supports inline notes. The reason we call it notes and not comments is because it doesn't send a notification, but it puts a small triangle on top of your cell wherever you put a note, and there is no resolve functionality or email functionality over there. But we have plans to either convert that or create a separate feature where you use that as inline comments and collaborate on a single cell.
Are there any limitations to the number of concurrent users editing an Excellentable at a given time?
In the live editing, because of the number of requests and performance, we are recommending to not use more than 10 users to be editing at the same time. But if you require more than 10 users to edit a spreadsheet, I believe there should be more than one spreadsheet at that point. But what we have tested in our Excellent Live POC, that if less than 10 users are on a spreadsheet, there is no performance degradation.
Is Excellentable supported on Confluence Cloud?
Not yet, but we are working on it. The whole Excellentable Firebase app initiative is to be able to support both cloud as well as the server-based eventually, and we will eventually combine to a single code base, single architecture, which will, regardless of you're using cloud or you're using server-based. And one of the really ambitious functionality which we wanted to add was that if you are using Confluence Cloud and migrate to server, users should be able to take their data to the server and vice versa.
And the last question, will there be option to copy the link to search filter? This way it can be shared directly via chat and other mediums.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. When you are creating a filter, it changes your URL slightly, and you can share that URL in HipChat, Hangout, or any other chat software, and when the user clicks on it, it will usually see the same functionality as somebody shared it using the share dialog.
Okay, and the last question, which really isn't a question, but it is. Michelle has a good question. First of all, you're welcome. I'm glad you were able to join the webinar, and we're happy to have explained Excellentable a bit more for you. And yes, I will be sending out a link to watch this webinar again to all who have registered. Feel free to pass along to other internal members of your organization if they did not have a chance to log in and join. I started the recording right at the demo, so you guys are able to kind of sell it, if you will, to your internal colleagues and show exactly the functionalities and what's coming up and the current customers who use it. So I'll definitely send that by the end of the day today. And I don't see any other questions. Oh, I see one more. I'm sorry. Does Excellentable comply with inbuilt page restrictions of Confluence?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. So how Confluence has view only and edit only functionalities. That same applies to Excellentable as well. And once you create an Excellentable in a page, on the top left corner of an Excellentable, you see a pencil icon which lets you directly go in the edit without going into Confluence edit. And if a user has a read-only permissions, in that situation, that pencil icon doesn't show to the user. So the user can in no way edit Excellentable. And it always checks with Confluence what kind of permission a user has. But if you have anonymous user permissions on a page, then an anonymous user also can add or edit an Excellentable.
All right, thank you all for joining again. Please expect an email. I'll probably send it through GoToWebinar. That way I can make sure I get all the RSVPs. So please accept an email later. And thank you again. And I hope you enjoyed the webinar. We'll talk soon. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.